Okay, so this is my first video. My name is Jason Allen Goodland, channel for personal growth and just really ways to improve ourselves and to really find out our weaknesses and just try to unblock things that are say preventing us from living our dreams and for getting that promotion or just doing more in life, like not having these fears that we like fear of success or fear of rejection, things that I feel that could help you in dating, help you with if you have a big dream, is really make it a goal. So we start thinking of dreams and we're reaching way into the stars and out of the galaxy. So I believe that there's 3 areas that are very important for us that are very important. We valuing ourselves, because if we value ourselves, then we will do everything to respect ourselves. And if we respect ourselves, then we will love ourselves. So when people don't love themselves, then they do things to disrespect themselves. And I believe that it all starts with value. Like everything that is in, like I say, a circle of like everything that you value from yourself. So I think it's a good exercise for you to write down everything that you value, like why you value yourself. Why are you, a catch in a relationship? Or why are you, desirable to another person? Or like what value do you have to, why are you chasing after your dream? Like to write something like why are you valuable, and be selfless in this exercise. It's a good activity because sometimes some people will not even be able to tell you why they value themselves. Like what value do you have? Value. Think about it. Why am I valuable? What value do I have to my job or to my life? Like why do I wake up in the morning? Like what drives me to wake up in the morning? Like what motivates me? Is it like because I just have to do it and to go to work and just have to like that you have no choice but to do it? Or do you know value? Do you know that you're compassionate, you're kind, that you dream, that you want more, you have a purpose? Like you can list traits. Just make a list and be fair with it. Be fair with your value, because your value is really what is the source of everything. Your value. Like why do we, when we go to the store, when we buy things, or we go buy a car, we go work hard for something, we go go have dinner, like we want to spend our money wisely. Like we attach value to things. Sometimes there's sentimental value of things like that we treasure, that have no say monetary value. Is this value of like, or we have nostalgic memories that we value. We attach these memories to our pastime, or to to our childhood, or to past relationships. But value is very important. And the next one is really respecting ourselves. That we have to respect who we are before we could even respect other people or respect things. To respect, our elders or our parents or, our best friends or, our job. Everything comes with respect. We don't respect, if we don't know our value, then we don't really start respecting things, because we really don't feel like that we deserve certain things. We don't deserve a better life. We don't deserve to accomplish our dreams. We don't deserve to, to be considered, successful, because we don't look at the value and like what we have done. We respect ourselves because we got a degree. We went to school. We raised our child like as a single mother, or we we got a promotion. Like we respect, like when we respect our job, then we show up early. We don't go on time. we go early because, go 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early. So it gives us enough time to prepare to start on time, because we're respecting people that are waiting for us, and we're respecting our job, and we're respecting ourselves as well. So respect comes a long way. So when we value ourselves, then we respect ourselves. We respect other people. We respect our dreams. We respect everything that we stand for. So essentially, we respect our core values. So respect goes a long way, but we have to value ourselves before we start to really respect what we have to offer. And to continue down that road, if we don't have the job we want and it's not our dream, then we should still respect ourselves and still do a good job, do the best job we can. We shouldn't do it halfway. We should give all our effort, because we reflect the respect that we have for ourselves. We have to realize that we have value, and when we have value, then we have respect. So if you have value and you respect your value, then you will love yourself. Because a lot of us, can we honestly say that we love ourselves? Do we love ourselves enough to be happy? If you ask yourself, do I love myself? And do I value myself? Do I respect myself enough to love myself? Could you ask yourself that question? Do I really, really love myself? And a lot of times people will not love themselves because they haven't achieved things, or they haven't accomplished things, or they haven't really done the things that they want in life, that they feel trapped at home. Maybe they have to go back to home because of they couldn't get a job after graduating college with a degree that they assumed would take them places. They're at a job that they just dislike, and they just can't stand it, but they need to take care of their family, or they can't find other jobs, so they don't really love themselves. And then when you don't love yourself, then you can't love someone else, because that's important. Because then if you don't love yourself, then you don't respect yourself. You don't do the things that you could do that could improve your value. And when you don't know your value and you don't respect who you are, then you don't love who you are. You may smile, you may walk around acting happy, and is really feeling like that you've done things in your life, and then you could just feel like really disappointed. Even if you're successful, maybe you didn't get to do what you want to do. You didn't get to live the dream that you wanted to live, because you were told to work as a lawyer, as a doctor, doing things that to make money. And then at the end of the day, money wasn't everything. It didn't really make you feel valuable. You didn't really respect what you're doing, even though you're making a difference in life. You're really, touching lives. It was like something within your heart that you had passion for, and that you could have, maybe you could have accomplished it if you had the right support. But when we dream, sometimes we don't have the right people around us that understand our journey, that understand what it takes, and that is difficult, and that we need some help and some support and somebody to really be there by our side. And I believe that if we get to live our dream, that we just go all in, that we take risks, and that we do things that we need to do. We put our total effort into it, not half effort, all effort. We go all in. So we pick things that we feel that will make that we can put all our time into. We don't jump around. We don't move around doing 20 things. That it's not impressive when you're saying I'm working on 30 things. It's nice when you say I've completed this. I did this. I finished it. I did a great job because I put all my effort into it. It's quality work. And that's important. If you do those things, then you feel like this fulfillment within your heart, that you did something, you accomplished something. And when you accomplish something, you just feel like that you start to achieve things, you get accolades, and then you start loving yourself. You start really believing in yourself, and then you don't doubt yourself. You have no more fears. You're confident. You start to just really waking up in the morning and just smiling and just feeling like that you live this life. to the fullest, that you gave it your all. You gave it everything you got. And I see so many people not living that life, the life that they could deserve better, but they don't want to take that next step. It's scary. I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to do these things. But you know what? Deep down inside, they don't love themselves because they don't do enough. They don't do enough to live this life, and that they can make a difference. That if they accomplish their dreams, they can make other people accomplish their dreams. They can inspire people. They can motivate people. They can just really value life, and that to respect yourself and respect everyone, respect other people. I think that's important, to have that passion, that drive, that willingness to wake up each morning and just really have a good time with their passion. Make passion like your daily habit, and just do the things that you need to do and not have fears. Like, lose your fears. What do you have to lose? A worse life? That you fear leaving something that's horrible? Something that, a terrible job? A terrible relationship? A bad marriage? You're afraid? Don't be afraid. We can't live life being afraid. We should have faith. Like, do not fear. Just really embrace life. And go after your dreams. Go after your wants, your needs, your desires. What do you really want in this life? And these are the things that are missing in many lives. That people get up each morning and go to jobs that they can't do anymore. They're tired. They're on the edge. And it is really, they start to lose focus. They just get really agitated. And they're driving all like erratic, and they just want to run people off the road and start yelling at people and cursing at people and just really hating their life. They're eating their breakfast in their car. They're putting makeup on in the car. They're getting ready. They're shaving. There's no time for anything. This time is against us. We're racing against time. We wake up and the clock is running and it won't wait for us. Time does not wait for us. It keeps moving forward. We have to choose to run with time. We need to run ahead of time and get things done. We need to put that effort in. And that's why, if we do all that, we do everything we need to do in this life, then we start to love ourselves. We value ourselves. If we value ourselves, then we value other people. If we respect ourselves, then we respect other people. If we love ourselves, then we can love others. We need to fully love ourselves. And if people have a chance to get in relationships with another person that does not love themselves, they do not trust, they have doubts, they don't believe in themselves, that they're always negative, and they're always looking at the bad in everything, and that everything is impossible, then how can they love you? Think about it. That we have to value ourselves. We got to respect ourselves. We got to love ourselves. And if we could do all three, then we could value people. Everyone. Everyone is an equal. No one is below us. Nobody's above us. We treat everyone equally because we're all humans. We respect people. Because we respect ourselves, we respect others. We respect the things that we own, our cars, our homes, everything we worked hard for. We respect our relationships. We respect the value that they give us and we value them. Life is really about just really valuing things. Then we can respect things. We can respect animals. We respect nature. We respect everything that is around us, that we see. We respect it because we value it. And if we love ourselves, then we can love everything. We can love all people. We can love animals. We can love nature. We can love this life because we deserve it. We deserve to have love. We deserve to be loved. We deserve to love others. because love is perfect. And that relationships and life and our jobs and our dreams, everything is imperfect. Like, we can't expect to be perfect. We can't keep chasing after perfection, that we need to do things until they're perfect and then we'll release them. We can't write a book or write a script and just keep rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and never releasing our greatness out into the world. We got to trust ourselves. We got to trust the process. We got to believe that we could do things. We can't focus on others. We can't focus on other people saying things or, what society thinks of us or what our family thinks or what anyone thinks. As long as we feel happy, we do it because it makes us feel happy. If we want to be a janitor and that makes us happy, then we respect that. If we want to be a school teacher, we want to be a firefighter, we want to be a police officer, a doctor, we want to serve in the military, we want to be a server at a high-end restaurant, whatever we want to do that makes us happy, do it. You only live this life once. And the time is against us. We all are mortal. Like, we eventually die one day. We don't know when, but we can't have fear. We can't fear our end. We could only think about ways to keep starting new beginnings. New beginnings of starting projects, getting a new job, just taking that next step. Just live life the way it should be lived. Wake up in the morning with a smile. Don't complain about the weather being cold. If you want hot weather, dress for the weather. Drink something warm. Have a nice cup of coffee or a latte. Like, stop complaining and whining and looking at the dark side of everything. Because there's a lot of light in this world. This world has so much to offer us, and we could become a part of change. We can influence people. We can inspire people. We can motivate one person, and that one person can motivate others, and it just starts multiplying. We can't think like, why should I do this for that one person? Because you know what? That one person could become great and do things for many people, and then you were the source of their greatness. That you could do these things because you matter. You have value, and that you could share your talents, your gifts, your skills, your kindness, your compassion with the world, and that everyone could benefit from it. We have to look at the good, and we have to be positive. We have to have those positive vibrations, not look at like being negative and having those negative vibrations where we just like emit negativity. We need to really embrace positivity so we could use that in our creativity and just really make a difference in this world. And when we do all those things, then we can love ourselves. We could love who we really are. We could be comfortable waking up every morning. We could be comfortable around people. We could do these things. You have to have the passion to want to do things. Just don't, if you choose to live an average life, then we have to respect that. Everyone has a choice in life. They make decisions and they do things to live life the way they want to live it, because that makes them happy. If they don't want to go to school and they want to do a certain job, then empower them. Because they're choosing to do it. It makes them happy. We all are in a different place. We all want happiness. And when we fully love ourselves, then we have lifelong happiness. Because life is about happiness. On your deathbed, do you want to say, did I live life to the fullest? I traveled. I accomplished my dreams. I accomplished goals. I achieved things. I have accolades. I did things that I wanted to do. I got things I desired. I went and talked to that pretty girl, that pretty blonde girl, and now she's my wife. Or a girl that talked to a guy that she didn't think she could get, and now they're married and have kids because they lost their fears. What they were thinking in their mind, they did. They didn't worry about rejection. They didn't worry about not pleasing someone and not giving the best effort, because they knew that they always wanted better. And that's what I'm telling you, is that you have to value yourselves. You got to respect yourselves. You got to love yourselves. You can't go through life avoiding those things, because we deserve them. We deserve all three. We deserve to be treated equally in our relationships. And if someone does not value you, and they do not respect you, and they do not love you the way that you deserve, then really reevaluate. Think about, do you want to live in a life in a relationship where someone does not value you like you? You deserve it. Everyone deserves it. There's no one on earth that does not deserve love or value or deserve to be respected. We all deserve it. That humans make mistakes. And sometimes, people are not as forgiving. They don't say sorry. Sometimes they don't take accountability, personal responsibility, that everyone is to blame for why they live the way they do. And that if you just change things and grow, put yourself in uncomfortable situations and just do it. Grow. Because we're humans, we need to grow. We need to feel uncomfortable. When we go to the gym and work out, or we're doing cardio, sometimes we're not comfortable. If we're not in shape, then we're not comfortable. We're breathing because we're trying to do a workout for an hour, or lift weights that are, heavy. So we need to grow. Our muscles need to grow, or we need to lose weight, or we need to gain muscle. We need to, we're trying to do things to grow that so we can love ourselves. Because if we need to, do everything with value, to we respect ourselves, to eat right, if we choose to live the way we do, then we have to be confident that if somebody gives us criticism, that we're going to be confident to say, you know what, I'm comfortable with myself. I embrace everything about me. I believe in myself. I don't have any doubts. There's no fear. I don't fear anything, because I'm living this life the way it should be lived. And that is important. Sometimes we got to motivate our own selves. And then we have to be inspired at all times. Sometimes we're doing things and then we wait to get in the zone. We don't need to get in the zone. Just do it. When basketball players go out there and play, if they get in the zone, yeah, they're shooting and stuff, but they need to be confident, because they're not always going to have a good game. They need to know that they're going to go all in. They're not going to attach their identity to the performance, to the way that they, compete. Because their identity is that we're all, people, human beings, and that we all could make mistakes. We could underperform. We could do things that, we didn't plan. We could have had anxiety and just really had so much fear that we exhausted energy. See, the energy that we give out to people, and energy, sometimes we could be negative, and that we could take energy from others, because it takes a lot of work to make that person that's negative into a positive. And that takes a lot of energy from the people that care. And when you really care, then sometimes you're not valuing yourself and respecting yourself, because you're caring about someone so much that they're not really doing the things they need to do to really love themselves, to make a difference for their own self. And the more you do, the more frustration there is. The more that you see that they don't want a better life. And you start to really think about that you're failing them. And you don't want to feel that way. You want to do things without regret. You want to do things to help people and to do the best you can. If they choose to apply your advice, your tips and everything, then that's great. If they choose not to, then don't beat yourself up about it. See, these are the things that we get involved, and we care too much, And then we start to not value ourselves and respect ourselves because we're spending all our time and our energy and our effort to really help someone else and to help people, that we have so much compassion because we have that as a value, and that we care so much, and that we start to like love people more than we love our own selves. And then we don't do enough to achieve things, and then the people that we do these things for don't appreciate it. Their actions show it. Because anyone could say, I appreciate you, thank you, and they could do things, but they don't show it. They don't show that they really do value you or respect you. And sometimes they value and respect the wrong people. The people that are horrible and terrible and that are just really, that have no value for them, because they chase after the wrong things and they value the wrong things. And then they start to realize one day that they had, the right support there, and they could have achieved their dreams, but you know what? It's too late, because they had a chance and there was an opening in life. They were at the crossroads and they made a bad decision. And they make bad decisions, then they start to, struggle later on in life, and they start to find depression or, just resent things, resent the people around them that blocked them. But they had that one chance, and they had to reflect back to that moment where they could have lived their dreams. They could have had value for themselves. They could have respected themselves, and they could have loved themselves. But they didn't make the right decision because they didn't trust. They had fears, and that they doubted, and then they didn't believe that someone could actually care for them, and that they would care without wanting something back. And that's the thing, is that we have to give some people a chance. The people that are around and are consistent with caring about us, give them a chance to really to help us. If they're not asking for anything back and they're really helping us, don't be jumping down their throats or judging them before you even look at what they're saying or what they're trying to help us with. To send us something by email or something and already be judging it before you even read it. To already say something that, be fair. Be fair to people. Be fair that they're trying to help us to value ourselves because they see things that they know that we don't value ourselves, or respect ourselves because they know that. And they know that we don't love ourselves. And it may be hard for somebody to tell you that you don't love yourself. And it's hard for people to tell people certain things because people don't accept it. They start to be critical because they lack confidence. And they start to be critical and they don't like to have someone tell them how to do things. But when the person tells them, they tell them in a way of that you could choose to do it or not. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm sharing my opinion. But they still are very defensive. They don't want to know the truth. The truth hurts. Sometimes even that tough love or, those type of lessons. If you listen, you're open-minded, and you open your heart, then maybe you will value yourself. You respect yourself, and you'll love yourself fully. When you're alone, you're driving in your car, you're going for a walk, you say, I love life. I love nature. I love everything I've done because I'm so proud of myself. Because sometimes we have to feel that way because we don't have the right people that support us. And we could I could say that I understand because I know how it feels. It's understanding and having that empathy to say, I understand your pain. I understand your suffering. I know what you're going through. And if I don't, then I'm going to have sympathy for you. And I'm going to be there to help you. That's important. Because if we start reminding people of the mistakes that they made, of things they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they never get a chance to redeem themselves, that they've made these mistakes because they wanted to dream. They wanted a better life. They wanted to do better things in life, and then they fell into debt. And then they need their dream to dig themselves out. So what job do they do? Do they lose their dream to a job that they can't even motivate themselves to wake up? What job do you do? Because when you do all these things, you really sit down make a priority list of things that are important in your life now and for the future, and you value yourself, and you say, what is my value? And you make a list, and you start making plans for everything you want to achieve and how you're going to get there, and you start rewarding your effort, and you start having benchmarks, and you start going to like buy yourself something when you reach different levels, then you know what? You're going to feel so much better because you're going to be working your way up. And if you need value, you have value now. You are valuable. But if you need to accomplish things because you choose to do it and you want to find some value in yourself, then you deserve that. Because if that's what you want, then do it. Don't let anyone hold you back. There's going to be people out there that are going to really care about you. They're going to want to help you, and they're going to always be there for you. Don't push these people away and treat them bad. And then treat the people good that are horrible. That's not like, that's an inverse of just really, that's disrespecting someone. Just really be fair. If we talk things out, communicate. And it's like, if we could do all these things in life, then, you know, we live this life and we live it the way that we want to live it. We do everything that we want to do, and people understand us, and we understand them, and we work together as a team, then we're going to love life. We're going to love ourselves, and we're going to love other people. So value yourself. Respect yourself. Love yourself so you can value the world. You can respect the world, and you can love the world. So thank you for listening to this, my first video, and I'm going to talk about different things in the future. We're going to talk about like self-sabotage and self-doubting and just things that we do that will block us, and that we really need a positive attitude. And these are things that could really make you feel better. It can make you feel at peace. So there's going to be a variety of things I'll be talking about in the future. But thank you for watching, and I hope that you have that you have like an inspired day. You feel motivated and you just really want to go after your dreams, or just really, you know, make some changes, and just really, you know, don't change who you really are. Just grow. Make changes that will help you to grow, but maintain your core values, and just really have a happy day. Thank you.